37 degrees. Good morning, YouTube. It is it the 16th? I can't remember now. Yes, December 16th, Wednesday, 2020. Hump day. I am riding to work, but I do have to come back home at lunch, get the SUV, and go to Slow to pick up some stuff that I can't put on my bike. Well, I could, but it would take about 13 trips to do so. Actually, I'd probably have to go on that bike and do 13 trips. This bike would probably be 50. Oh, no, wait. It'd be like 25 trips, because I forgot. Picking up supplies for 2 offices. And I could probably fit 1 in each saddlebag on that bike. Probably could not fit it on this bike. Maybe the back bag. And I don't think the county's going to pay mileage for 25 trips back and forth. I don't even know if I could do that in one day. Alright. Okay, we got to remember this morning to get on at curb rail so we don't get stuck in that. My ram mount is like frozen. Okay, there we go. That was weird. I don't really like the ram mount, to be honest. Anyways, we gotta take the curb rail. Get on a curb rail because there was doing construction northbound lane. Alright, yesterday. And slowed down for a bit. It smells good out here. It smells like fireplace. Oh, I should probably trim my gloves on. My hands are feeling kind of cold. I'm not even on the freeway yet. Alright. Well, hops on the freeway here. I think we... Wow, they might have got the construction already cleaned up, it looks like. I wasn't seeing anything back there. Well, I got slow Jeep. Come on, Jeep. Pick it up. Pick up the pace. Work zone end. They must have just got finished cleaning up. I didn't see it back there. Oh, the traffic report said that looked like they were clearing it up as he was talking, so. Yeah, it definitely feels colder this morning than yesterday, and it's supposedly a degree or so warmer, but it feels a degree or so cooler. It said 37 when I left. I think it said 37 in Paso when I checked earlier, too. I think it was the same this morning. Although, both of them, when I first clicked into the weather app, said rain today, and then when I clicked into the app, it's like, oh no, there's no rain today. Sunny. I went and looked at the hour breakdown to see, well, where's the rain gonna come in at today? It was sunny all the way up until the sunset, and then still no rain up until midnight in both Atascadero and Paso, so I'm not sure why it was saying there was rain. It's weird when you look at the weather just on the widget on the phone and you go into it, it doesn't always match. The good old Sportster. I really need to get the mid controls on this. I think I would like this a lot better if I did. It feels so funky now with my feet up forward. That and for some reason the forward controls on this, I keep breaking, keeps shearing off one of the forward the peg bolts down there on for the foot peg on the right. I think it's happened 2 or 3 times I've had the bike. First time I took it to a shop because I just moved here and I didn't have my tools. I think they were still in storage. So I Went to a shop. I think they charged like 120 bucks. They charged me an hour labor, I believe, which isn't bad because it's probably right about an hour, a little less it took me to get it out when it happened the second time since when we lived here. Now, I do not put Loctite because of the broken bolts in the foot peg holes or on those bolts. They don't have a problem with them vibrating loose, but you have a problem with them breaking off, and it makes it easier to get out if you don't have Loctite on there. I just used a punch, and usually when a bolt breaks there will be a little lip that goes across it that you can usually, the punch can get a little grip on, and just slightly tap it counterclockwise, and maybe a few minutes of doing that, 2 or 3 minutes slowly working it. I got it probably a turn and a half out, so I could then get some vice grips on it and just clamped it and spun it out the rest of the way. Actually, it came out so easily, I don't think I needed the vice grips. I probably could have done it with my fingers. I should have made a video on that, because I see people all the time on Facebook talking about how to get broken bolts out, and the first go-to almost 90% of people say is get an Eazy Out. And I can tell you from experience on getting broken bolts out, do not automatically go to an Eazy Out. You're creating more work and potentially work for somebody else, somebody at a shop. You're probably creating work for it, because if you break that Eazy Out, especially if you've never used an Eazy Out and you don't understand, you can't put that much force on an Eazy Out, they will snap. What people will do is put one in there and get it set up and then cranking on it, and bam, Eazy Out breaks off in the hole. Now you've got hardened steel in there that you're not going to be able to drill out with any drill bits you have, most likely. I mean, I don't know, maybe you got a machine shop. First thing to do, there's a kind of a series of things to do when you break a bolt. First thing is just to get a punch and see if you can do like I did. You start slowly tapping it, trying to turn it. You know, if it's a regular thread, just turn it clockwise. If it's reverse thread, then you go clockwise. But just slowly tap at it. Take it slow. Don't go fast. And if the bolt's not turning, then the next thing you go to is a center punch and a reverse drill bit. Well, if it's a regular thread, go to reverse drill bit. Try to get that center punch as centered as possible in case you end up having to go to Eazy Out or drilling it out. So then, actually it might be 4 different steps. So you've got that reverse drill bit, you tap the center punch to get that little indentation there on the bolt, and then you start slowly drilling. Make sure you use something to lube your bit. I just use a little bit of motor oil. Help save your bits. Don't want to burn up your bits. But slowly start to do that where you're doing the reverse drill bit. Now lots of times when you're doing this, the bolt will start to spin because you're doing a reverse drill bit, and then you can just, if it starts to come out a little bit, try it with your fingers to get the rest of the way, or some vice grips on it. Now if you drill a hole with the reverse drill bit and you've drilled it pretty good in there and it's not turning, then go to the Eazy Out. So drill the hole for the size of the Eazy Out, put the Eazy Out in there, and try to get the broken bolt out. Now, if it's not moving, don't put too much force on the Eazy Out, because you're just going to break the Eazy Out in there. And then I have a, you know what? Experience. I have an Eazy Out stuck in here right now. There is a, I got what side it's on. I think it's on this side. It wasn't really an important bolt. It holds this on, so I just put a zip tie on it. So, speaking from experience, got to be careful with those Eazy Outs. It broke off in the top of the, whatever this part's called. Actually, I bought another one, I just never put it on. Okay, last, if you can't get it out with an Eazy Out, Then you're going to go back to drill bits and slowly drill it and keep working your way up with just the next size up drill bit. Slowly, slowly, slowly. That's why it's really important to drill right in the center until you can see the threads in the bolt hole. Until it looks like you've gotten most of the metal material out. Then you're going to most likely have to re-tap the hole to the next size up. So that's kind of the four steps in what order. Oh, another thing, use some liquid wrench. I go overboard. Like when I did the one on here, when it broke, I shot it with a bunch of liquid wrench, and the next day I went out and shot it with liquid wrench again, and then the night before I was going to work on it, I shot it a third time. So I really had the liquid wrench soaking on that bolt. So use some liquid wrench before you get started. Let that try to penetrate and help with breaking that loose. Well, it looks like we're here. So, alright YouTube, until next time, ride safe, ride like no one sees you, and everyone's a hired assassin trying to kill you. I guess it would be or, so they couldn't see you when they were a hired assassin. I don't know. Those are kind of different things I've heard on other, or read. Did I hear them somewhere or read them somewhere? I think the ride like everyone's a hired assassin trying to kill you is from a meme about cyclists, where cyclists act like they're invincible and they own the road, and motorcyclists act like everyone's a hired assassin trying to kill you. Alright, YouTube. Peace out.